What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on? It's your boy Mills from Mill City Boxing, home of that high-level pro boxing media, the Fighters and Trainers channel, and most importantly, the People's channel. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach rematch. Let me tell you, the first fight was amazing, but a lot of people had a lot to say, lots of controversy, and we're going to get into it in this video right here. Make sure you guys go out your way, smash that like button, and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. Man, PBC put out a bang at that time. I mean, what was it, like 3 championship fights? Followed by Antoine Russell beating Rayo Venezuela. Then you had Puello, beating Sando Martin, also another fight. PBC did a great job with that card. And leading up to that main event, there was a lot of promotional controversy between Gervonta Tank Davis and his coaches, going into the Barry Hunters and the Headbangers training camp. And yes, Gervonta Tank Davis has been in that, that circuit for quite some time. And Tank has been doing his rounds. I guess he's now with Kevin Cunningham. Just probably, and what I mean by that is just Tank going out his way, living his, life, going to different parts of the states, and basically, taking everything that he can from each and every single trainer, and that's great. That's great to have. But leading into this, Lamont Roach and Gervonta Tank Davis, the biggest rematch right now, I think, this year, easily. Topping, the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney rematch due to the fact of Ryan Garcia losing to Rolly Romero. And wow, how Gervonta Tank Davis's resume is blossoming right now. Him knocking out Rolly, him stopping Ryan Garcia, and, just the matchmaking of it all, of how this fight was taking place. Now, let me tell you something. We all give credit to Turki Al-Sheikh, and we have to, for that event that he did in Times Square. But that fight was marinating anyway with, Ryan Garcia and, Rolly Romero. But one thing they have in common is that common denominator of Gervonta Tank Davis is stardom, being in that stage and performing. And however however your performance turned out, that's on you. But listen, this is not about that. This ain't about the past. This is about the present. Who do you guys think wins that rematch? And let me tell you something. Looking at the first fight, it was so tactical, but I seen with Lamont Roach, looking back at the fight, watching it a couple times, knowing that you're facing this star, you can't have any swing rounds. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't have any swing rounds. And any of those close rounds, especially the first 4, very, very close. There was more close rounds, but very, very close rounds that I felt like Lamont Roach could have did a lot more in those rounds, to steal those rounds. I love the way Lamont Roach, ended the fight. And I love the fact that he wasn't scared of Gervonta Tank Davis whatsoever. You can tell they were familiar with each other in the ring. Lots of mind games going into that first fight. We've seen Gervonta Tank Davis in his front foot, lateral foot, back foot, setting traps. You've seen lots of countering the counters, leading with both different hands. Lots and lots of inside work that I feel like in boxing we're lacking today. We're lacking the art of staying in the mid-range and working, instead of, a lot of people like to call utilizing the ring, the whole ring, as you're running at times, especially when you're not throwing your punches. If your legs are moving more than your hands, today's consumer is not necessarily interested. So leading into this rematch, you could see that Gervonta Tank Davis going to Atlanta, working with Mustafa, and just working with different coaches. I feel like he's mentally there. Obviously, looking at the corners, you've seen there was a lot of controversy with Tank and Calvin, and maybe that's just how the story played out. whatever's going on over there. But one thing that we know for sure is that Turkey Al Sheik has, went to the Upton gym with Box Raw, and they went out and they put up some nice, boxing inventory inside the spot, new bags and new equipment. And I believe that that's very important. And, a lot of people are saying, hey, is it the fact that, we're going to get this Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson fight? Because that's what they're really advertising in that big press conference that they had up in New York City that they're going to be having. I believe it's in July 12th with Edgar Berlanga and Shiraz as the main event, co-feature with Shakur Stevenson and Cepeda. So, a lot of people are wondering what's really gonna happen. And let's be honest, like looking at the stylistic matchup of Lamont, Roach, and Tank, it's actually quite perfect. I don't see Shakur Stevenson and Tank. I love Shakur, but I don't see that matchup being as compact, as entertaining after watching that first fight. You tell me. I believe this is the biggest rematch this year. We need to get to it. There is a date that is rumored by Mark Carpenter, and that date is August 16th in Las Vegas. That's not bad. If that's the date, I'm not mad at it. But one thing is for sure, this is definitely going to be one of the best. No, lots of controversy with the knee. I understand. I get you. I understand. The grease in the eye, it doesn't work for you. I get it. It doesn't play. Time out. You don't like it. I get it. But listen, we're here now. Hey, make sure you let me know in the comment section who you think is going to win the rematch. Tank or Lamont Roach. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys go out your way, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel. And I got to say, man, Box is in a good place. Salute. God bless.